Why do you have to go down? Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're small, but you're mighty. Survey says, pooched. Another day, another down ewe. Oh, she's so pretty. Where are you going? I think I gotta induce and try to get those lambs out. Do you have to plug in these?
Yeah.
So you want me to do that?
Yeah, maybe. Picking off the other side.
And this now?
That has to get
In the tractor.
number 2. The table?
The table?
Yeah. Hold the table the other way.
Like hold it over here.
So that goes onto the hydraulic hose.
Okay.
That style, that thread.
Has to be in place of this.
Yeah.
Good morning. I started my day actually as Mark's assistant. We never really realize how much we need our hands and feet until we actually need our hands and feet to work. So every once in a while he just has to ask me for help to do stuff. I'm not great with hydraulics with 2 working good hands, so between his one hand and my 2, he's trying to get his planter into the heated shop so we can start working on it. We are in March now. It's sneaking up on us pretty quick, so I think he's starting to worry a little bit. His cast is on for another, I think we're down to like 20 days now, or 19 days, so the countdown's on. This morning I got Carissa, while she was feeding, to mark any ewe that was slow to get up. So she's got some marks. She doesn't have this ewe marked, but this ewe has a sore front leg. So I'm gonna nab her. I don't know what she did. I don't know if she slipped when I was cleaning out the pens the other day. She's really nursing that front right foot. So I'm gonna make a little pen up for these ladies and bring them up here, maybe here, and then they're nice and close for me to work with. Okay, so this mama has nothing wrong with her foot that I can see. So I'm not sure if she's like knocked her leg in the last couple days. I didn't really notice it until we were moving them on Tuesday, and then yesterday she was really babying it. So probably give her painkiller, and then these 3 I'm gonna do a ketone test and see where we're at with blood levels and treat them for pregnancy toxemia. Definitely the brown face one. If I if I had my best guess, I would say she is absolutely critical to start treating today. All right, just as a sort of a reminder between you guys and me, I have my protocol all written down here. So if I'm gonna do this test with the little strips, ketone strips, if the ketones are under 1, sorry, if the ketones are over 1 but under 2, then she's subclinical. And the way I've always treated it is I've just started with glycol. But the last time that happened, same deal. She was in between 1 and 2. I did 3 days of just glycol and she crashed. So I'm like, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna start fully. I talked to Rex about that. He said, no, just start right away with calcium as well as glycol. So I'm just gonna treat subclinical as if they're clinical, because mine, it doesn't take very long for that switch to happen. And then over to, they are considered clinical. And so yeah, we're gonna do glycol and we're gonna do calcium. And then I do have like a multivitamin that I give them too. And then I think I have to give them, and then a painkiller. So I'll give them some Medicam as well. This part's challenging because they're a little easier to handle when they're actually down, but when they're down, then it's too late. So this might be a rodeo, but we're gonna try. So I will take a little blood. I find the best place to get it in a sheep for me is there's a little vein in their ear. So I take a little needle and I get a little drop of blood from the vein in her ear. Okay, so that little brown face is at 2.4. All the symptoms pointed to that because she is struggling to get up. So good thing is she is up right now, but yeah, we're probably already like a couple days too late. Okay, the good news is there's only one with pregnancy toxemia. The two have a sore leg. The one actually has a sore foot, and I remember her, when I was hoof trimming that last group, I actually treated her for a while and I had to wrap her foot. So she is legit. And I think the other one, I had two, and I think the other one is the other one. I should have marked them, but I didn't. So the other one doesn't seem to be bothered by anything, but this lady is legit, full-on, full-blown preg tox. So we're gonna give her glycol orally twice a day, calcium once a day. I'm gonna do it sub-Q on her back in a few spots, so it's not all in one spot. And then I've got this like vitamin, and I already gave her Medicam. I gave her some painkiller. So I'm gonna work away at her. Hi, honey, you are so beautiful. Why do you have to go down? And then I'll watch her today and tomorrow. If we don't seem to be turning a corner, then I'm gonna maybe induce her and at least try to save her. Some sugar. Good girl. When they don't want to get up when I'm doing this, then they're not feeling good. Good girl. Oh, that stuff stinks. Good girl. Want some water? Probably not. Water, honey? Water? Put this in hay. What's that? Hay? Give it a little bit. There you go. You guys gonna eat her hay on her? Of course you are. Of course. So just to be sure, I did check our last ewe here. That doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her. She was 0 on my tester. It's nice. I've never had one that was just 0. So my suspicions are right. There's nothing really wrong with her. She's just stiff. And the other two are definitely legs. Like they both like baby the leg. So they're treated. I didn't treat her, and she's fully treated. We'll just keep watching her. I thought I'd run over to the market lamb barn because the nights are really cold still, but hi, Teddy. But the hi, Teddy. Teddy. And I just want to make sure the ventilation was okay because we kind of have it set for winter because the nights are so cold. So I had the airbag off, but I still had the curtains open a little bit. And I came in and it was like a sauna. I'm like, oh, we had a couple lambs panting. I'm like, okay. So we turned the bag back on and I opened the curtains a little bit more. So we'll just have to watch. I'm not thinking the next 2 weeks will be much colder than that, but I don't want frozen lines either. So we just have to keep an eye. I don't like this shoulder season. It's hard on lambs. It's hard on us as managers. Hey, oh Teddy, you're so cute. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, look who else came to say hi. Hello, sweetie. A little smaller than the rest, eh? That's a bottle lamb. That's a bottle lamb. That's a bottle lamb. That's a bottle lamb. You guys are huge. Poor Peter. You're so little. Are you little? Hmm? Hello. You're small, but you're mighty. Aren't ya? Where are you going? Good girl. How you feeling? Good morning, guys. Had a 911 text from Carissa saying that our high-low gear on our mixer fell apart, blew apart. Ooh. Oh, I think it's... So we have the ability to make this go, the mixer go high-low depending on how much weight and torque we've got on this mixer. And this is the thing from underneath, so I just have to do some investigating. So I'm not sure how it's attached though. I just FaceTime Mark and he said, nope, it's broke. It's broke right in the middle. You can see that little chunk right there. And the problem is it's right inside the gearbox, so he's like, they're gonna have to come and take that gearbox out to fix it. I'm like, oh. So thankfully it's still in gear. It's not caught between the two gears, which would have been bad. It would mean that this wouldn't be functional, but it's in high. So we'll run it in high. We'll just do the loads like in half, which just means it takes longer feeding, which kind of sucks, but at least it's working. So yeah, survey says pooched. Okay, well, let me fix my sheep while I'm out here. Hi, little mama. What do you want to start with? Kool-Aid? Okay. Getting stronger. Ow! Get me! What's that, hon? Epoxy. You think it's glued? One more, okay? Get your vitamins. There you go. Alright, you want to get up? Good girl. I came in to check on my my sweet little Billy twin mama. Where are you? Right there. Someone else caught my eye, and this one's super weak on her back legs. So we may have another ewe that has to go up to the front. Do I have to move you, honey? It's not going to be very easy. Should probably try to tie her up and do a blood test just to see what we're dealing with. Darn it. You lamb? Like, why? Also why? All right, we just tested it and she has a she's a 1.6. So we do have to treat you, don't we? So now we have 2 on the treatment list. I don't know if I should move her out of this pen with her gang. She wasn't hard to catch, so I think maybe I might leave her in this pen with her friends and just treat her here. Are you gonna be okay with her, Red? You're so curious. Hi. Are you happy? Look at your pregnant belly. Oh, she's so pretty. All right, let's deal with you. Another day, another down ewe. She did get up on her own, so that's a good sign. 1.6 is much better than 2.4 with that other lamb. And she is young, so I'm hoping if we do the full-on treatment for 3 days, then we have a good prognosis. So glycol twice a day, calcium once a day, and vitamins once a day. And she's gonna need some Medicam today, and I'll do that every other day. There you go. I know, no one likes that. Oh, she's kind of got bad breath, so. Oh, yeah, that's not a good sign. So usually their urine really smells, but ooh, you kind of got some bad breath, lady. She's got some blood just because I took a little blood out of her ear. They got a little vein on the back of her ear. That's the best place I can find. She was up this morning eating because I stayed back to make sure all these ewes were eating this morning, and there was no sign of this ewe down. So this might have just nicely happened. Yeah, you'll feel better, honey bunny. So the only thing I'm wondering, and I might have to text Jamie, my feed guy, is should I have been getting on the close-up ration earlier? Like, I've always done 2 weeks, but maybe we have to do earlier. I don't know. And why was it fine last lambing? Like, it's this part of the job that all the questions, you start to question everything you know about everything. Start blaming yourself. I'm gonna leave you tied up. I'm gonna go get you some Medicam. Feeling better? You gonna get up on your own? No?
it was like my car had this much heavy snow on it. I slept like that last night.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Oh geez, a lot. Like you need out shopping the other day.
Okay, we were at 2.4 or 2.6. We're at 2.2. I don't want that blood to go in there. 2.2. 2.2 is good. We're going the right way. However, she doesn't look happy. She looks sadder than she has. So today is her day for some more painkiller. And someone said, why do you give her painkiller? Is it painful? I don't think pregnancy toxemia is painful, but they don't want to eat. So the whole point of getting her on her feet is she has to start eating and she has to start drinking. So, oh, by the way, did I say good morning? Good morning, it's Saturday. So this is a good sign, but we're gonna keep doing it. I might actually induce her as well, because I just don't like how sad she looks. But at least she's going the right way. Just wish she'd go a little further the right way. Gonna move on to little ewe number 2 here. She got up when I got in the pen and walked around, but when I grabbed her, then she went down. So she looks better, she looks brighter today, but this is day 2 for her. Have your lambs that are attacking. Go! Alright, I decided I'm going to give this ewe some dexamethasone to bring on labor. We're about a week and 3 days or so before their actual due date starts. But look how depressed she looks. So even though her levels are going kind of the right way, they're not going real fast. And I don't think she's eating still. So if there's any hopes of saving her, I think I gotta induce and try to get those lambs out. And usually that takes about, for me it takes about 50 hours, 50, but also I've done it that they did not lamb that quick. But we've sort of done everything in the protocol to do. I figure a bunch of people are going to have questions on why we're seeing pregnancy toxemia again, especially on some younger ewes. This ewe, this brown-faced ewe in the front pen here, she was born in 2020, late 2020. The first thing I wanted to check is something that I had seen sort of trending before, and that was if the ewe had missed a breed more than once. And this ewe in her short life, like she just turned 2. She's already missed twice. So she got bred, she was born in October 2020. She was bred for the first time in July of 21, which is, I don't think I probably expect her to get pregnant at that point. And she didn't. She was open. So then I bred her in October. She would have been a year old, which is actually when she should have been bred. She successfully got bred, and she had twins last spring. After we weaned her, we bred her again in July, again open. So that means she has missed 2 breedings. And then I bred her naturally again in October, and she's pregnant right now, due any day. So in the past, I kind of sort of wondered if these little ewes, especially when they're young, when they miss a breeding like that, I'm feeding them so hard. Like, I feed them a flush ration 2 weeks before the rams go in. I feed them for the whole entire time the rams are in, which is usually 3 weeks. So that's 2 plus 3, which is 5 weeks already. And then I leave them on that flush ration for 4 weeks after I pull the rams. So altogether, they're on that heavy, energy loaded kind of flush ration for 9 weeks. So for me, I feel like they put on too much weight, and then we get into issues, or at least that's what I kind of thought. This ewe is small, she's tiny. So I don't really think that holds true with that ewe. So the other thing I wanted to check is her mum, and it's sort of kind of hard to see in this. Her mum was a purebred Rito, so she very well could have had pregnancy toxemia, and I kept the lambs. My problem is I'm not sure how great of records I kept on that ewe. So I will see if I can find, I'm going to see if I can find information on her mum and see if mum had some issues in her life on this sort of thing. But I don't know if I'm going to find it on the records that I kept back then. Unfortunately, I have found no notes on the mama saying that she ever had preg tox. However, I have found she was a 2014 purebred Rito ewe that I brought in, and over her life, she has also missed breeding. She was open at scan 1, 2, I believe 3 times. Yeah, she was open 3 times in her life. And then it looks like she was shipped September of 2021. So we had her for 7 years. Is that right? Yeah. I still do wonder if there's some correlation between when they're open at scan and when they're a little more susceptible to pregnancy toxemia. But usually that matches their body condition. When their body condition gets too over-conditioned, that's usually when I see pregnancy toxemia. This ewe's little. Same with the other little ewe lamb. They're both kind of little. So the only other thing is we feed a close-up ration, and I do wonder if maybe I need to start feeding it a bit earlier, maybe for these smaller ewes. Like maybe they don't, I don't know. Are the ones that need it getting it? Like, are they still eating what they're supposed to be eating? And that's what we cannot force an animal to eat what they're supposed to eat. All we can do is play with the ration so that when they do finally eat it, they'll get what they need in every bite type of deal. And that's what we've been playing with over the years. During my winter lambing, I didn't have it, so I'm like, oh, finally, maybe we have this kind of figured out. But it's obviously very much ewe dependent. So, sort of sad. I'm discouraged.
Look at you, you're still up. Hey.
Of course, when I make the executive decision to induce her, she's like, oh. You gonna eat? Yeah. You eat. You're fine. As you are. Please eat.